Alright guys, we are at a 2021 Road Glide Special. And you might be asking yourself, well, you ride a Challenger all the time, you've ridden the Road Glide, why take this out for a test ride? I just want to feel that fairing at high speeds. You know, when I've taken a Road Glide out, I think maybe I got it up to 50, 55. And that was it. Let's hear that start up. Oh, that's so nice. So this is why I didn't get the Road Glide. It feels heavy as anything, man. Feels so heavy. That was a little tough. Now, my purpose in doing this test ride is to get the bike up to speed and see how it feels. But I just did a test ride on the Sportster S, and there's a cop out there, so I'm not trying to get a speeding ticket either. We will see. We might run through the circuit up to the traffic circle and then see if we see him, and if we don't, then we'll fly home. But you know, the Road Glide and the Challenger, direct competitors, comparable in the torque and horsepower category. I mean, the Challenger is the superior motorcycle, obviously. Superior in terms of specs, superior feel for me. I mean, it feels so much lighter than a Road Glide. You know, just getting this off the kickstand was kind of a nightmare. You know, the parking lot where they have the bikes is, you know, it's a little pitched, and you feel all that weight. And the Challenger just does not like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, you hear that exhaust. The Road Glide sounds so much throatier than the Challenger. It is no joke. But it feels like a big heavy bike, and the Challenger just doesn't. It's just night and day. I mean, this is a very comfortable ride. It feels amazing, but you feel that weight. Even right now, just, you know, third gear, 45 miles an hour, I feel it. I feel it. And that's not how it is on the Challenger. And you know, don't take my word for it. I would strongly encourage you, if you ride a Road Glide and you're thinking, God, this thing feels so heavy, or it feels so light, go ride a Challenger and see how it stacks up. I think you'll be real surprised. It's heavy enough that I feel a need to have 2 feet down, even though it's my tiptoes. And on the Challenger, of course, I'm almost flat-footing it. I feel the need to have it down like that. That keeping it on 1 foot is a little nerve-wracking. Oh, that sounds so good. And you know, for me, the Road Glide is perfectly maneuverable. I feel the weight when I'm at a stop, mostly. It feels like a heavier bike while I'm riding, but that's of no consequence. You know, you're moving down the street, big deal. But it moves just fine. And you know, the Challenger has a great handling motorcycle. I've never had a chance to put a Road Glide through its paces to really know, well, how does that stack up? Oh, it just sounds fierce. Transmission on the Road Glide is really solid. You know, clicks into place, not a problem. I find no issues with the clutch pull. Not too strong, not too light. Just real nice motorcycle. And in terms of the wind protection, which was my main reason for riding the bike, 55 miles an hour, stock windshield at the stock windshield height, I would say the Road Glide provides better wind protection than the Challenger, even with the adjustable windshield. You know, you always feel a little something at the top of your helmet on the Challenger. But the seat on the Road Glide is really nice, really cushy and comfy. I absolutely love it. Mirrors, good visibility. Suspension, really comfortable. We'll see how it handles that big pothole on the way back. And once we get up to the traffic light, we will see how fast we can get this puppy going. Just make sure we find that cop. Hopefully he's gone. But I find the stock handlebars on the Road Glide to be really nice. I could bring them back another inch, but I really like their shape. I like my arm position. I like my hand position, where it's not straight, it's kind of turned. I mean, most motorcycles are like that. Just real nice, man. Absolutely beautiful motorcycle. Feels wonderful, sounds wonderful. You know, if you have a Road Glide and some Indian Challenger owner is giving you a hard time, you just tell them to jump in a lake. You got a great motorcycle, period. And for you Indian Challenger owners, don't give your Road Glide friends a hard time. Just be content knowing you have a better bike. I'm just kidding. I love them all. I would gladly own any of them. Let's get a little pop. It's beautiful out here, that's for sure. We pulled over another person. That's terrible, man. That cop is ruining everybody's day. Oh, man. Another Triumph bites the dust. That cop is a buzzkill. He must be hired by Harley to pull over all the Triumph riders. Alright, so this is the Harley special. I think it's got something like, I don't know, 80 foot-pounds of torque, 90 foot-pounds of torque, 100 horsepower. I don't remember the specs. I didn't ride it to do a serious test ride. I really wanted to just check out the fairing at a faster speed than I've mostly ridden them in the past. It feels great. You know, the Challenger feels faster, noticeably more powerful in my opinion. But I mean, you're talking about a varying by degrees. I mean, they both feel like great bikes. For me, it's really all about the way the Indian feels in terms of its weight, how it carries its weight, how I feel on the bike at a stop. More cops ahead. Oh my gosh. Why are they doing this? They must have gotten way too many complaints from neighbors. That's usually what it is. We will be a little chased on the way back because I don't need that ticket. Yeah, I gotta say, really love this Road Glide fairing. I think of all the fairings, Street Glide, Chieftain, Road Glide, Challenger, I think the Road Glide fairing takes the cake. It's at the pole position, gives you the most wind protection. I think the dash looks phenomenal. I like having the dial, the gauges on the handlebars like this, lower down like this. It's just real sharp. And I don't find the screen too far away. Even on the Challenger, I have to lean forward to touch the screen anyway. So even though it's lower down, you know, if you have to lean forward, that's kind of the trick right there. The moment you are leaning forward to do something is the moment you're kind of out of position. So having it lower down on the Challenger doesn't really save me from anything. But again, this bike is just a lot of fun. It's really comfortable. And, you know, I've said this in the past, and, you know, I meant to mention it when I started the ride. The sound of a Harley Davidson starting is just amazing, and none of my Indians sound good when they start. They kind of limp to a start, whereas the Harley kind of, it rumbles to a start. I love it. It's something Indian needs to work on. Oh, we got that big pothole coming up. We'll give it the ultimate butt test. Love the grips. on the Road Glide, nice and thick. And Indians are the same, about the same size. Feel good. I wish I had a backrest on this puppy. I'm old. Well, this Road Glide ride was not quite as vigorous as I was hoping for. We got some speed up there, but these cops have kind of put a damper on things. Oh, here's the bump. Oh, good Lord, that hurt. Just rearranged my nether regions. That was one of the worst of all of them. I mean, I went over that with a fat bob last night and didn't feel that bad. Oh my God, just bone jarring. Bone jarring. Well, don't worry, Road Glide, you're in good company. Every single motorcycle gets killed by that bump followed by a man cover. Brutal. Just brutal. I love the sound of this bike. I'm telling you. It just sounds amazing. Well, guys, that is our little wind management experiment on the 2021 Harley Davidson Road Glide Special. It's a wonderful bike.